Alright, we are live. Sorry, I'm extremely late for the Vikings and the 49ers. Cousins throws a strike to Hawkinson to the 30. But I had to go out before I streamed, so that is why I'm on a lot later than anticipated. But let me pull up the comments, stuff like that. Sorry I am so late. Because all kinds of time on that throw. TJ Hawkinson, like 2 catches, 38 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 28. Cousins in shotgun. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Cousins looks to throw. Nope, play blown dead. Because a pre-snap penalty. We got delay a game on the Vikings. I wasn't even paying attention to the play clock right there. Alright, let me put a poll out while we wait for them to get their next play. Hi, how's it going, everybody? Alright, here they hand off to Alexander Madison. Madison with a good run. He's going to get up to the 21-yard line, gain of roughly 13 on that play. Alright, there is the poll. Make sure to vote on that. Who will win? I've got the 49ers by a score of, let's see. I've got the 49ers 30-16. 2nd and 2. Here they hand off to Madison. Again, he is taken down at the line of scrimmage by Nick Bosa. Nowhere to run on that play. So here is a 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. 5:05 to go in the opening quarter. Still no score. Each team has turned the ball over once already. I was able to watch a little bit of the game while I got already for my stream, but that's why I wasn't on sooner. But 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. Hawkinson in motion. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time. Cousins throws down the field to the end zone, and my game froze. Touchdown Vikings. Wow, throwing. Jordan Addison, the guy who was the intended target on the pick before. A 20-yard touchdown there for the Vikings. 10 plays, 89 yards, 6:06 off the clock. And the Vikings strike first, their first lead of the day. I've been having a problem where the games will just randomly freeze, so if that happens, sorry about that. And I will do my best to navigate around it. But apparently I was also behind there because my game froze that much. But, the extra point was up and good, so 7-0 Vikings lead the 49ers. So far, results in the poll, everyone has said the 49ers will win. I would agree. I've got them 30-16. Let me know in the comments what your score is. Like what your predicted score. Christian McCaffrey is active tonight for the 49ers. He was the guy who fumbled before. But no Deebo Samuel because he's out for a couple weeks with, what was it? I don't remember now. Let me look it up. He's got a shoulder injury. He's going to miss at least 2 games, so. Not good news, but obviously McCaffrey is active. He fumbled the football right back to the Vikings following the pick. So the Vikings, they lead this one 7-0. And the kick is away. McLeod is going to let this one bounce over his head for a touchback. And the ball come out to their own 25-yard line. Here they go back to the touchdown, which I'll actually get to see for the first time because my game froze. I hate games on ESPN. They always do that. Just a crossing route from Jordan Addison and a touchdown there for the Vikings. So first down here for the 49ers at their own 25. Juwan Jennings in motion. Purdy in shotgun. McCaffrey the back line to his left. They're going to hand off to McCaffrey up the middle. McCaffrey not going to find much space. Going to get to maybe 3 yards. McCaffrey suffered an oblique injury last week, but able to play this week. This season is the first quarter touchdown allowed for the 49ers, and it's the first touchdown scored in the first quarter by the Vikings. We're obviously without Justin Jefferson as well. 49ers outscoring opponents 41-13 in the first quarter. And they've been outscoring a lot of opponents by a lot this year. Coming off their first loss of the season, though. Purdy under center. Throws quickly, caught by Brandon Ayuk. He picks up a first down, gains 10 on the play, and gets a fresh set of downs for the 49ers. So far, results in the poll, everyone has said the 49ers will win. Make sure to vote if you haven't already done so. Last week, the 49ers had just 215 yards. That is their fewest yards since Kyle Shanahan has been their head coach. And he's been there for, I don't know the exact amount, but definitely not a short amount of time. Here they hand off to McCaffrey again. And McCaffrey is going to power his way ahead for 5. .320 to go in the opening quarter. 2nd and 4 here for the for the 49ers. They trail the Vikings 7-0. So here is a 2nd and 4. Jennings in motion. Purdy looks to throw. And nope, we got early movement. It's going to be a false start on the 49ers. Also, the 49ers without left tackle Trent Williams. He's out with, I believe it's an ankle injury for him, but I could be wrong on that. George Kittle, the guy called for the false start. A big thing with the 49ers has been staying healthy. They're missing some key players this week. Obviously, no Deebo Samuel, no Trent Williams. So, those are big losses, but hopefully for the 49ers, they'll have guys who are able to step up in place of them. Here is a 2nd and 9. Purdy looks to throw. Purdy throws down the field. That is caught by a wide open Juwan Jennings. Jennings down to the 41-yard line, and a big pickup there for the 49ers. Purdy got sandwiched in between the 2 Viking edge rushers on that play, but did a great job to deliver a strike to Juwan Jennings, who was wide open in the middle of the field. Brock Purdy tonight, 5 of 5 for 59 yards. So here's a first down from the 44 is where it's spotted. Purdy looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Zips one over the middle, too high for his intended target, George Kittle. First incompletion of the day for Purdy. George Kittle looks to be a little bit shaken up on that. Also, he got hit hard by Harrison Smith. So 2nd and 10 here, Purdy under set. What the heck kind of formation is this? But Purdy looks to throw. Purdy is going to escape the sack. Rollout was right. Purdy's got a lane to run. Brock Purdy takes off, gets a first down and more to the 25-yard line. And a good scramble there for Brock Purdy. Did a really good job escaping the sack. And then scrambling for nearly 20 yards. So 1st and 10, very nice pickup there by Brock Purdy on the scramble. 17-yard pickup. He's also got 58 passing yards on 5 of 6 passing. So 1st and 10 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Purdy under center. They go I formation. And they will throw out of it. He finds Ayuk in the flat. Brandon Ayuk going to pick up 5. They'll actually give him 4. Brandon Ayuk's been having a great game so far. A great season so far, averaging 90 yards per game, which would put him on pace for a career high. And he is now the number 1 receiver in this offense, with Deebo Samuel being out with a shoulder injury. So here is a 2nd and 5, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Vikings blitz on 57% of pass plays. That's highest among any team since 2006. Here they hand off to McCaffrey up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. He's taken down by Roy right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard, but not much running room there for McCaffrey, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So a couple of turnovers in the first quarter, and a Vikings touchdown. But the 49ers putting together a very nice response drive. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm looking up right now to see if this is the first time the 49ers are trailing after the first quarter this season. I think it might be. Let's see. I would assume so. But I'll have to pull up like the box score. Well, except maybe last week when they lost to the Browns, they were leading after the first quarter. But after the first quarter in game 1 against the Steelers, they were up 10-0. They were beating the Rams 7-3 in game 2. They were tied with the Giants, not trailing. They were tied with the Giants at 3. Then they led the Cardinals 7-0. They led the Cowboys 7-0. They led the Browns 7-0. So this is their first time trailing to end the first quarter this season for the 49ers. That just goes to show how good they've been. Except they were obviously not great last week against the 49ers, where their offense was just completely shut down by Browns defense. Now comes out this week and allows 38 points to Gardner Minshew and the Colts offense, which just goes to show anything can happen in the NFL. Hold on 1 second. Alright, but waiting for them to come back from commercial break here as we enter the second quarter. Actually, they just got back. So 3rd and 5 here for the 49ers. Ball on the 22-yard line. Empty backfield for Brock Purdy. Purdy looks to throw. He's got time. Throws quickly to the outside, and that is bobbled and incomplete. Jennings, the intended target, he stumbled, then regained his balance, and then as he stood back up completely, the ball was right there. Ends up bobbling the ball because he's not ready for it, just regaining his balance and incomplete. Throw also a little bit behind Juwan Jennings. But here is a 40-yard field goal attempt for Jake Moody. He's 10 of 12 on the season as a rookie. Obviously missed a game-winning field goal, and he misses this one as well. Misses it right. Back-to-back misses for Jake Moody as he misses his first attempt this week. And he also missed a potential game winner last week against the Browns. Both pushed him right. So the Vikings will keep their 7-point lead. Back-to-back field goals for Jake Moody. Pushed right. And that brings him to 10 of 13 on his rookie season for the 3rd round pick from Michigan. So far, results on the poll, 75% of you guys said the 49ers will win. 25% have said the Vikings. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. I can't vote as the creator of the poll, but I would vote for the 49ers. I've got them winning by a score of 30-16. I feel like I was just going to check something. I don't remember what it was now. But waiting for them to come back from commercial, we saw literally 2 plays. Now they're back at commercial. But the Vikings, they take over here with good starting field position following the missed field goal. We check exactly where they are. The Vikings, they begin at their own 30 after the missed field goal. Hold on 1 second, just refreshing to get to the latest. Because whenever I click off a tab, I think it brings me behind the stream. So just gotta refresh every time I go off the tab, which is really annoying, but it's just what I gotta do. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Vikings lead this one 7-0. About 30 seconds into the, maybe not even, maybe 10 seconds into the second quarter. 7 seconds. Moody started his career 9 of 9. He's missed 3 of his last 4 field goal attempts. So from the 30, Cousins is going to hand off up the middle to... Who's 31? Is that Cam Akers? I do recall hearing got traded to the Vikings. Not sure who that was with the carry. 31. I don't want to check because then I'll have to refresh again. Hold on, let me check this way. But here is a set. Oh yeah, that is Cam Akers. Because Alexander Madison wasn't quite getting the job done for the Vikings to start the season. Here they set up the screen to tight end TJ Hawkinson, his 3rd catch already, and he is going to pick up first down, crossing the 40-yard line. He picks up about 10 on the screen. Hawkinson's seen an increased target share ever since Justin Jefferson went down with injury. Another top 2 pass catchers rookie receiver Jordan Addison, obviously tight end T.J. Hawkinson. Who is one of the best tight ends in the NFL. So from the 43, Cousins under center. Here he's going to hand off to Akers running right, and Akers taken down after a gain of 3 by Dre Greenlaw. They just showed Jake Moody slip on a kick in warm-up, so I wonder if that maybe hurt him. He hurt himself there at all. But I'm not sure. 2nd and 7 from the 45. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time. Throws quickly to the outside, caught by Hawkinson, and he's going to pick up another first down. He gains 8 with the catch in front of Dre Greenlaw. And another Viking first down. Hawkinson tonight 4 catches, 57 yards on 5 targets. So Cousins under center once again. Akers the back for this first 10. Cousins throws quickly, again caught by Hawkinson. This time he's only going to pick up a yard as Funk right there to make the tackle. Notable Iowa Hawkeye tight ends in the NFL. George Kittle and T.J. Hawkinson are the highest paid tight ends. Also Noah Fant and Sam Laporta. Iowa, one of the best schools at producing elite tight ends. So 2nd and 8, Cousins hands off to Akers up the middle, and Akers breaking tackles. Cam Akers still going. Cam Akers down to the 31-yard line. Nice run there for Cam Akers there. And he moves the chains for the Vikings once again. Breaks tackles from Fred Warner and Nick Bosa before he's eventually taken down. That's a tackle Fred Warner usually makes. Vikings already 8 plays of 10-plus yards. Here they go back to the ground with Akers. Cam Akers with another good run. He gains 7 there on the carry. Vikings moving the football here. Bouncing back from the early interception. Vikings, the 3rd worst rushing offense in the NFL through 6 weeks, which is 75 yards. Today they're already over 50. Here they toss this one to Cam Akers running right. Akers looks for lane, and Akers taken down after a gain of 3. There is a flag that comes in as well. Looks like it's going to be a hold. So that's a 10-yard penalty on wide receiver Josh Oliver, number 84 for the Vikings, and that backs him up 10. He's working against Nick Bosa. That is a hold. Holding is one of those penalties where, I mean, if you really look closer, there's holding every play. It's just when it's called. It's got to be, like, blatantly obvious. Or at least that's what it seems like to me. But 2nd and 14 here for the Vikings. Cousins, backwards pass to Jordan Addison. He's going to throw it back across the field. And now they've got blockers in front of him. Here, they go inside the 20. Still going down to the 10, to the 9-yard line. As they throw it to Ty Chandler, I believe that is. The 2nd year back from North Carolina. I believe that's who that is. Cousins threw a backwards pass to Jordan Addison, who then threw it back across the field to Chandler, and he had 4 linemen out in front blocking for him. Although there is a flag now down on the field. Officials discussing things. They're going to call pass interference on KJ Osborne, saying he was blocking too early. Kevin O'Connell really upset about that on the sideline. You gotta be kidding. Unless that was too early because you can't see the ball, but that did not look like pass interference right there. Oh, here we go. Here's a good angle of it. Seriously? That's the call? That is terrible. And that has been a common theme this week. The officiating this week in the NFL has been brutal. Man, that was bad. So 2nd and 24 following back-to-back penalties. Backs him up all the way to the 46. Cousins looks to throw. He zips one downfield that is quite a diving catch made by Osborne. He gets it back to the 32-yard line. Gaining 14 and getting the penalty yardage back. So here is a 3rd and 10. Hawkinson in motion. He's been targeted 6 times already for the Vikings. Currently an 8-play, 38-yard drive. Cousins looks to throw. 49ers bring pressure. They set up the screen to Cam Akers. Akers has blockers in front. Akers with a first down inside the 20. Akers still on his feet. And he's finally taken down at the 3. What a catch and run there for Cam Akers. And on 3rd and long, the Vikings with a big pickup all the way inside the 5-yard line. Down to the 3. And now TJ Hawkinson is hurt, grabbing his calf. Left calf injury, looks like. Hey, how's it going? Are you gonna try to let Tom Grousey raid my stream? I was raided by him one time. That was last year. I believe that was week 2. That was fun. I'm also a big fan. Oh, that was... I mean, I appreciate the effort there, but that was last year. I mean, I know sometimes he tries to find new people, but other times I know he goes... He'll go repeat people if there's somebody he's rated before, but... But not yet this year, I think. But Kevin O'Connell telling TJ Hawkinson to go down there. Apparently he could see he was hurt. Hold on 1 second. But waiting for them to come back from commercial break here, following the injury. So far, results on the poll: 79% of you guys said the 49ers will win, 21% have said the Vikings. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. Hawkinson over on the sideline. He's had a big game so far. 5 catches, 58 yards. and current drive. 9 plays, 68 yards. It has taken about 6.5 minutes off the clock for the Vikings. Here they hand off to Madison. He is stuffed in the backfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard back to the 3. Michael Givens meets him in the backfield. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Rona's tackle for loss there. Gets in the backfield instantly. So here is a 2nd and goal. Cousins again goes under center. Cousins off play action. Looks to throw. Scans the field. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Just out of the reach of the dive at Jordan Addison. And that brings up a 3rd and goal. TJ Hawkinson back onto the field here. So, appears he's okay. That's a good thing. Cousins looks to throw on 3rd and goal. Pump fakes towards Hawkinson. Now throws to the end zone. High throw and incomplete. Too high for Alexander Madison. Then there was a guy behind him. But I didn't know who that was, number 4. That is Brandon Powell. And then that was tipped by Fred Warner before it got to him. Powell saying he got held. Oh, Fred Warner tipped that. But here's a 21-yard field goal attempt for the Vikings for Greg Joseph. A perfect 25-25 in his career. Under 30 yards. Make it 26 for 26 if he knocks that one through. And it is now 10-0 as the Vikings lead the 49ers. Good goal line stand there for the 49ers, but overall a good offensive drive for the Vikings as they're able to move the football and go 13 plays, 67 yards, 7:20 off the clock against a good 49ers defense. Hold on 1 second. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. After the field goal. Alright. They are back from commercial break here. The 49ers get the football back, so let me change this ball mark before I forget, because I know I will if I don't do it now. So the kick is away. What a red in the stands. As I see on the kickoff. But here is a 1st and 10. ...195 yards of offense already for the Vikings, just 93 for the 49ers. I mean, both are good, but almost 200 yards for the Vikings against a really good 49ers defense. So 1st and 10, use check in motion. Purdy off play action, swings this out to George Kittle. He's got some blockers ahead of him. And Kittle, still on his feet, gains 7 on the tight end screen, and his helmet comes off at the end of the play. Starting quarterbacks under Kyle Shanahan, win percentage with Brock Purdy, 909, 21-3 touchdown to interception ratio. All others, those being Trey Lance, Brian Hoyer, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, and Jimmy Garoppolo, a 505 win percentage, and they took it away before I could read the rest of it. But 7 for 9 and 69 yards tonight for Brock Purdy. That just goes to show how good he has been to start his career. Purdy hands off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey dancing around, and he's going to get maybe a yard. Bring up a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. 3rd and short here for the Vikings. So 6.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Brock Purdy has never thrown more than 1 pick in his NFL career in a single game. Threw his first pick of the season last week against the Browns. Here's a 3rd and 2 for the 49ers. It's more like a 3rd and a very long 2, 3rd and 3, really. Empty backfield for Brock Purdy. And they're going to get a free 5 yards. Maybe? Somebody just ran over the center. No, it's a delay a game on the offense. So that will instead back them up to a 3rd and 8-ish. So what happened was the guy wound up over the center, ran over the center when the play clock is 0. Purdy looks to throw, zips one downfield, caught by Brandon Ayuk inside Viking territory. He's chopped down at the 47-yard line. Nice throw from Purdy and a big conversion there for the 49ers. 25-yard pickup there. And a nice throw and catch from Purdy to Ayuk, who's been his favorite receiver. Ayuk 4 catches, 50 yards so far today. So Purdy under center. They go I formation with McCaffrey as the running back. Juszczyk wind up at fullback. They toss this to McCaffrey running right. McCaffrey looks for lane. He's going to bounce this all the way to the outside. And McCaffrey forced it to bounds after a gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 for the 49ers. Brock Purdy since 1950 is one of 2 quarterbacks to win 10 of his first 11 starts and throw 20 passing touchdowns in that span as well. The other is Patrick Mahomes. Purdy, quick throw caught by Brandon Ayuk. He's taken down after a gain of 6. That is going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Brock Purdy had to get rid of that quickly as there was a free rusher off the edge. And he's able to find Ayuk, who's gotten off to an insane start this year. He's got 5 catches at 56 yards so far. He's caught all 5 of his targets. So here is a 3rd and 1. Purdy under center. Jennings in motion. They hand off to McCaffrey running left. McCaffrey picks up the first down, and he's going to fight his way for 3 yards. And another first down for the 49ers. So 1st and 10 on the Vikings 35. Purdy is going to hand off to... Is that McCaffrey or Elijah Mitchell? I could not tell. But whoever it is going to lose a yard. That is Elijah Mitchell, who loses a yard on the first down carry. So here is a 2nd and 11. Purdy looks to throw on 2nd and long. Purdy is going to roll out to his right, throw down the field. That is caught by Jennings, and he is going to be close to a first down. It appears it's going to be about a half a yard short. But Brock Purdy does a really good job when he gets outside of the pocket, just keeping his eyes downfield. But he's good enough where he's got the threat to run, that occasionally a defender will come off the receiver to play as if he's going to run the football. As you kind of see there, and he's able to get it to Juwan Jennings. Should be at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, now we are. But 2-minute warning here with the Vikings up 10-0, but we've got a 3rd and short for the 49ers upcoming, and they've been putting together a very, very good drive. 8 plays, 49 yards. 5.5 minutes off the clock. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial break at the 2-minute warning. Vikings up 10-0. So far, results in the poll, 76% of you guys have said the 49ers will win. 24% have said the Vikings will win. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. '49ers should have 3 points, but Jake Moody missed a field goal before, which is his 3rd miss in his last 4 attempts. But waiting for them to come back from commercial. Hold on 1 second. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, so they're back from commercial now. The Vikings had just 8 guys on the field. I believe that was the most recent play. How do you only have 8 guys on the field? I mean, I could understand 10 or 12, but 8? I mean, come on, that's insane. Here's a 3rd and 1. And now with the play clock winding down, the 49ers will spend their first timeout at the 2-minute warning. That leaves each team... Sorry, that's actually the first timeout either team has spent so far. But here is a 3rd and 1 for the 49ers inside of Vikings territory at roughly the 30. This is their 3rd drive that's gotten inside the Vikings 30. They still end with 0 points. Or they still have a 0 on the board. Here is to give to McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down inside the 20. He's taken down after a good run of 7. Getting it to the 18-yard line. Current drive, 9 plays, 57 yards, taking a little over 6 minutes off the clock for the 49ers. Still looking for their first points of the game. Here the play clock's at 5. Purdy looks to throw. He's going to throw. That is caught by... Can't tell who that is, but whoever it is, a good pickup of 13. That is the backup tight end, Dwelly. I thought he was throwing the wheel route to McCaffrey out of the backfield. I did not realize he was throwing the screen to tight end, so I was looking at the wrong guy right there. But now with 1:08 to go, the Vikings spend their first timeout. So that leaves each team with 2 timeouts remaining. So 1st and goal with 1:08 to go. Brock Purdy tonight, 11 of 13, 122 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. 49ers also set to receive the second half kickoff, so they're in a good spot right here. If they can get a touchdown, keep the Vikings off the board, and then score another touchdown after halftime. So 1st and goal, Purdy under center from the 6. Purdy hands off to McCaffrey. He's going to cut this up the middle. McCaffrey taken down at the 3, getting half of what they need. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. McCaffrey, 10 carries, 32 yards tonight, been pretty quiet. And now after that 1st down run, a 2nd timeout is spent by the Vikings, stopping the clock with 1:04 to go in the half. So it definitely appears as they want to try to put a drive together before the end of the half. So here is a 2nd and goal. With 1:04 to go in the first half, Vikings lead 10-0. Play, 72-yard drive so far, taking 6:29 off the clock for the 49ers. A long drive. They go back to the ground with McCaffrey up the middle, and he is in for another game with touchdown for Christian McCaffrey. That is almost, or really is, just his weekly touchdown. I think that's 16 games in a row for Christian McCaffrey with a touchdown. 12-play, 75-yard drive. And a long drive there for the San Francisco 49ers. 1:01 to go, so still plenty of time for the Vikings. They've also got a timeout left, 49ers with 2. And Jake Moody, after missing a field goal earlier, nails the extra point, and it is 10-7. 49ers over the Vikings. That is the 16th consecutive game with a touchdown for Christian McCaffrey. That includes the playoffs as well. Just goes to show how good he has been for the 49ers. He scored a touchdown in every single game with them. And extends that streak today. McCaffrey, just such a versatile player. That's how he can get so many touchdowns. I mean, if he shut down on the ground like he has been today for the most part, 11 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. So, not great, but not amazing. Or not great, but not terrible. And then, if he's shut down on the ground like he has been today, even though he did score a rushing touchdown today, it can still such a dangerous threat through the air. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Alright, here we go. So the Vikings, they're going to get the football back. Alright, so here Vikings set to receive the kickoff. They are definitely looking to put a drive together after calling those 2 timeouts before. 1:01 to go, and a timeout to work with. 49ers with 2 timeouts left in the half. Vikings up by 3. So 1st and 10 from their own 25. Cousins looks to throw on 1st down. Throws quickly to the outside. That is caught by Osborne, and he is forced out of bounds. The clock will keep running as he's not trying to get up the field. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Gain of about 4 on that play. Cousins looks to throw. It throws quickly over the middle this time, caught by Hawkinson. He's got a 1st down. He gains 8. And with now 30 seconds to go, there is exactly 30 seconds, and here the Vikings spend their 3rd and final timeout, having a little bit of trouble scrambling around here. So no timeouts left for the Vikings after that one. Stop the clocks with 30 seconds, and now you've got the 49ers with 2 timeouts still. So far, results on the poll, 72% of you guys said the 49ers will win. 28% have said the Vikings. Make sure to vote if you haven't already. So here is a 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go. from their own 36. Cousins looks to throw. Cousins just going to check this down to Madison underneath, who's going to gain 4, and Madison is very slow to get up after that. Though he is back on his feet, appears to be okay. And they're going to spike this with 16 seconds. That took a long time. 14 seconds on the play right there. So at that rate, you've only got a couple plays left for the Vikings. Madison, as I said, slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. Went walking off the field fairly slow. Took a big hit from Dre Greenlaw. Tonight, Alexander Madison, 38 total yards, 34 on the ground, 4 through the air. So here is a 3rd and 6. Cousins looks to throw. 49ers bring pressure. Cousins zips one downfield. That is intercepted. No, what? That's caught? How did Jordan Addison catch that? The 49er defender had hands on the ball, both his hands on the ball, and somehow Addison just ripped it away from him. A 60-yard touchdown for Jordan Addison and the Vikings. How did he even catch that? Five plays, 75 yards. How in the world was that not picked? Charvarius Ward is the defender right there. He catches... No, he doesn't catch the ball. It goes right through his hands. He still has it, and then Addison just rips it away from him. And ends up running the rest of the way for a touchdown. And now the extra point is... What a wild end to this half. From one that should have been picked, was almost nearly picked, to a 60-yard touchdown. And now we're essentially going to cap things off with a mixed extra point. What a wild way to end this first half. It's going to remain a 9-point game. But the 49ers brought pressure. That should have been picked. That was thrown behind Addison. Ward got both his hands on it and ends up going through his hands. Then ripped away from him by Jordan Addison. And he is gone for a Vikings touchdown. Wow, that was insane. Jordan Addison says, I don't even know how I did that. And now with just 7 seconds left in the first half, I would imagine you've got the return. If there is no return in this kickoff, they're just going to take a knee. Jordan Addison, 4 touchdown catches. Led NFL rookies coming into this week. He's got 2 this week now. This kick is going to be a touchback as it bounces 9 yards deep in the end zone. And the 49ers offense with 7 seconds to go, you'd imagine they're just going to take a knee. Yep, they take a knee, and we head to halftime. A wild first half, especially the ending. The 49ers will get the ball to begin the second half. But what a wild first half. Between turnovers in the first quarter. Then we saw some scoring. And then an insane 60-yard touchdown there for the Vikings. To end it. And then they missed the extra point after that. But that was insane. I'm going to go take a quick break as I do at halftime of every game. I will be back in a few minutes from updated score predictions. Stuff like that. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. So thank you guys for staying with me as I took my quick break. We got the Vikings leading the 49ers by a score of 16-7 at halftime. But as far as my updated score prediction goes, I'm going to stick with the 49ers despite not having a great first half. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I'm going to stick with my prediction. I mean, we're right on pace, kind of, for my original prediction. We just need a second half from the 49ers. We need them to completely shut out the Vikings and put up 23 more points. But I don't really think that's going to happen. But let's go 49ers 24-23. But 24-23 is my updated score prediction. 49ers over the Vikings. Even the Vikings lead this one by 9 and have seemingly controlled the first half. And they're already at 270 yards, averaging 9 yards per play. 49ers with a good first half, 172 yards and 6.4 yards per play. But the Vikings just been a lot more impressive, and they're doing this against a defense that probably only allows, if I had to take a guess, maybe 230, 240 yards per game. I'm checking right now. The 49ers defense, okay, allows 307... Nope, that's offense. Never mind. Yeah, 278 yards per game. So that is insane that the Vikings are already over that. They're just about at that, if not... Or they're 8 yards shy of that in the first half. Plus, they're doing it without their best player in Justin Jefferson. But let's go over some stats from the first half. Vikings up 17-6. Oh, sorry, 16-7. Sorry. But stats in the first half, Brock Purdy, 11 of 13, 122 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He also wasn't sacked. Pretty good first half for Purdy. Rushing, McCaffrey, 11 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. A long of 8. Not great. He also lost a fumble, which was inside of Vikings territory, deep inside their territory. Because that was right after the Vikings threw a pick. But other rushers for the 49ers, Brock Purdy, 2 for 16, and Elijah Mitchell, 1 for a loss of 1. Receiving for the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk, 5 catches, 57 yards. Juwan Jennings, 3 for 37. George Kittle, 2 for 16. And Ross Dwelly, their backup tight end, 1 for 12. Passing for the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 15 of 20, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Rushing, Alexander Mattison, 6 carries, 34 yards. Cam Akers, 4 for 24. Receiving, Jordan Addison, great first half, 4 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. DJ Hawkinson, 6 catches for 66 yards. Cam Akers, a catch for 30. KJ Osborne, 2 catches for 17 yards. Alexander Mattison, 1 for 4. Josh Oliver, 1 catch for nothing. And Brandon Powell was targeted once but did not come away with the catch. And team stats from the first half. First downs, very similar. Vikings at 12, 49ers at 11. Total plays, again, very, very close. 49ers at 27, Vikings at 30. Passing, Vikings lead that category by 98 yards, 270 to 172. Each team with 4 drives, yards per play, 9 flat, compared to 6.4 in favor of the Vikings. Sorry, I might have said total passing yards instead of total yards, but 270 total yards for the Vikings, 172 for the 49ers. Passing, the Vikings lead that category by 90 yards, 212 to 122. Rushing is very similar, 58 for the Vikings, 50 for the 49ers. The 49ers 1 of 2 in the red zone, Vikings 0 for 1. And penalties, 3 penalties for 15 yards for the Niners, 3 for 25 for the Vikings. Each team turned the football over once. No defensive or special team touchdowns, and time of possession fairly even, 14-15 for the 49ers and 15-45 for the Vikings. So overall, pretty good first half. Great first half for the Vikings, offensively and defensively. But let's see how each team adjusts and looks for the second half. And speaking of the second half, I'm gonna go get this ready for the second half. Oh, what do I do? I kept typing, yet nothing happened because I accidentally clicked off text box. Alright, but the 49ers got the football here to start half number 2, so they're in a pretty good spot. They score a touchdown, they'll make a 2-point game. But so far, results in the poll, 65% of you guys, the 49ers win, 35% have said the Vikings. My vote would go towards the 49ers still, even after the first half, which wasn't great. But I've got the 49ers winning this one by a score of 24-23. My updated score prediction following the first half. That is tweaked slightly from my original score prediction of 49ers 30-16. So the kick is away, and it is the touchback as it goes over the head of Ray McLeod and into the end zone for a touchback. So, Brock Purdy and the Vikings offense back onto the field at their own 25, 1st and 10. Trailing by 12. No. 9, sorry. Purdy looks to throw. Purdy steps up the pocket, rolls out to his left. Purdy pump fakes and is going to get out of bounds after a gain of a yard. It's another example of Brock Purdy always looking downfield, even though he never really had a chance to throw that ball with Dean Lowry chasing him, and also running out to his weak side, and he's got to turn and throw, and doesn't have much space. So overall, Brock Purdy, good job there. But Brock Purdy in the first half against the blitz, he was 9 of 10 for 87 yards. He only attempted 3 passes, not against a blitz. 2nd and 9, Purdy looks to throw. Throws quickly, that's caught by Juwan Jennings. Jennings is going to pick up 8 yards. And that is going to bring up a 3rd and short here for the 49ers on their first drive of the second half. With their first series. But 3rd and 1. Purdy under center. McCaffrey is the back. Kittle in motion. They're going to hand this to George Kittle on the jet sweep. Kittle has a first down. Crossing the 35-yard line. He's taken out at the 36. Jet sweep to the tight end. McCaffrey was 2 of 2 on 3rd and 1 runs today. They opt to go with George Kittle instead. Something you don't see super often is a jet sweep to the tight end. George Kittle, a very versatile tight end. It's one of the ones where it's not like really a head-scratching decision to do that, and it pays off. George Kittle, 2 catches, 16 yards, and now also with 1 carry for 2 yards. Purdy under center. He's going to toss this to McCaffrey running left. McCaffrey is taken down for a loss of 3 on the play, actually. Just kept looking for a lane to run. and could not find one. He's eventually taken down in the backfield. DJ Wanham, number 98 there for the Vikings, got through to take McCaffrey down for a big loss. So here is a 2nd and 13. McCaffrey, not great. 12 for 32 and a touchdown. That's 2.7 yards per carry. And now here before this play, the play clock expired before the 49ers are even close to snapping the ball. Not even wind up, and they call their first timeout, facing a 2nd and 13. But here is a 2nd and 13. The Vikings with the highest blitz percentage this season entering this week by a mile. 57%. That is 20% higher than the next 3 teams who are all at 37. Steelers, Packers, and Patriots. Purdy rolls out. Purdy, as he gets rid of it, or as he goes down, gets rid of it. This is going to be marked a fumble. They say Viking football, it's going to be grounding anyway, if it was a pass. Officials discussing. I think he may have been down first, but it's definitely a throw. The rule on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. So unless this went backwards, this is not a fumble. He may be down right there. His lower left leg may touch the ground before he's able to get the throw off. But I don't think this could be a fumble. I think this is either going to be a sack or an incompletion. Yeah, I think he's going to be ruled down before he can get rid of that ball. Here we go after the review. Yeah, after review, Brock Purdy was ruled down by contact at the 21, so it's a sack, which is essentially the same thing as grounding loss down. But, I mean, if he did throw it away, he was not able to get it past the line of scrimmage, not even close to the line of scrimmage. That would have been intentional grounding anyway. So here is a 3rd and 25, 3rd and a mile. Purdy looks to throw. Throws, that's batted at the line, incomplete by Jordan Hicks. So Hicks knocks that one down. I think he's just trying to find Juwan Jennings over the middle of the field, but incomplete. And 4th and 25 here. Sees the 49ers opening drive stalled as the first punt of today's game. It's a big kick from Mitch Wisnowski. Drives him all the way back to the 19. Here is Pringle on the return. He's taken down at the 20 where the ball comes out, but I think he was clearly down first. Yeah, they are saying he was down first. The 49ers sideline thought he was down first, so Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and their defense started to come onto the field. And then they go sprinting back onto the sideline when they saw the ball was out. But yeah, he's certainly down. Oh yeah. He's rolling on the ground when the ball comes out. A 62-yard punt from Mitch Wishnowsky. And really flips the field. And the Vikings go from forcing Wishnowsky to kick back near his own 5. And they get the football at their own 21. Hold on 1 second. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Vikings get the football for their first possession here of the second half, up by 9, 16-7. And their defense has done a pretty good job so far. Their offense has also been very good with almost 300 total yards in the first half. So 11:45 to go in the third quarter. Cousins, off play action, looks to throw. Plenty of time. Throws downfield, open receiver that's caught by KJ Osborne up to the 38. And a good pickup of 17 yards there on their first offensive play of the second half. Cousins up to 230 yards. After that completion, here Cousins looks to throw off play action. Has time, throws to the outside, caught by Hawkinson, and he is swung down. I thought he was going to break that tackle for a second, but swung down after a gain of 3 by Burks. Nice tackle there. So here is a 2nd and 6. Cousins under center. Addison in motion. Cousins hands off to Alexander Madison. Madison is going to look for one. He's not going to find one. He's taken down after gaining maybe a yard. Not much running room there. So 3rd and 5. Cousins looks to throw. 49ers bring pressure. Throws complete. Caught by Jordan Addison inside 49er territory to the 45. And the Vikings move the chains once again. Addison showed up in a big way here for the Vikings today. I believe that's his 5th catch. And it may give him over 100 yards in the day. Already 2 touchdowns as well. '49ers brought a blitz. Could not get home, though they were able to probably affect the throw of Kirk Cousins, although he still able to make an accurate throw. Off play action, Cousins throws at the feet of his intended target right there, as he was going down to the ground, as they tried to set up the screen. Randy Gregory with pressure on him right there, and that screen pass goes nowhere. Gregory ends up unblocked, which is why he's able to get to Cousins so quickly. 2nd and 10 on the 45. Cousins off play action, looks to throw. Cousins sets his feet, throws downfield. That is caught by Pringle, still on his feet. Byron Pringle inside the 20 to the 19. There was a flag. Sorry, that's not Byron Pringle. That's Cornell Powell. There is a flag down right at the catch. But prior to the pass, illegal contact on the defense. Penalties declined. And there's a big gain there for Cornell Powell and this Vikings offense. Sorry, Brandon Powell. But here is a 1st and 10. Vikings 331 total yards. Here they try. Oh wow! They tried to set up the screen to Akers and then overthrown by Cousins. Nearly a diving pick by Fred Warner. Fred Warner saw exactly what they were trying to do there, and was either going to blow up that play, and instead he almost picked it, got a hand on it, could not bring it in, as Cousins throws it way over the head of Cam Akers. But here is a 2nd and 10. Cousins looks to throw, takes a shot down the field to the end zone. That is incomplete at the intended target. He was one-on-one with Lenore. And now there's a flag on the play, so let's check what that is. Is in the end zone, just maybe a pass interference call. Lenore working against the rookie Jordan Addison. The officials are talking it over to see if this is interference or not. I didn't think so, watching it live. They are going to call pass interference on Diamondre Lenore. Just grabbing the left arm. I mean, because he's grabbing his left arm. If he's got like his hand on his hip, I don't think that should be interference, but because he's grabbing the arm, which obviously you do need, most times you need 2 hands to catch a football. Makes sense. Gonna want to go push here. Oh, Cousins doesn't get it. Fred Warner goes flying over the top. Did the ball come out? Look like they may be scrambling for the ball. Fred Warner timed that perfectly and hit Cousins as he was still collecting the snap. So that is unsuccessful. They're going to try it again. Cousins fumbles the snap. Who's got the ball here? There's a flag that now comes flying in. 2 of them, actually. But it's mostly going to be the same foul. I think they're going to call some kind of defensive penalty to move the ball even closer right here. Oh yeah, the ball was never snapped, but everybody moved. Both sides. It's an illegal snap on Bradbury. That'll back him up 5. That's a costly penalty there. So here is a second goal backed up to the 6 following the penalty. Powell in motion. Cousins throws out to Addison's got some blockers in front of him. Addison is taken down at the 2. Maybe got back to the 1. Looks like he's going to get spotted at the 2-yard line. So that brings up a 3rd and goal. Kirk Cousins on 3rd down, 5 of 6, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 first downs. A 3rd and goal here for the Vikings. Addison lined up in the backfield. Cousins looks to throw. Cousins underneath, off the hands and incomplete. Alexander Madison, the intended target, a little bit behind him, off his hands, and incomplete. Throw that was behind him by Cousins, but that's one that's probably got to get brought in by Madison. So here is a 20-yard field goal. This one closer than the Vikings' other field goal attempt, which was 21. And the kick from Greg Joseph is up and good. It is 19-7. The Vikings lead the 49ers. But another good goal line stand there for the 49ers defense. That makes 2, as they've allowed 20 and 21-yard field goals. But they need to get their offense going. Just 7 points so far here midway through the 3rd quarter. A little over midway through the 3rd quarter. So the 49ers really need to get going offensively. But a couple of long drives really haven't done a whole ton. They've turned the ball over a couple times. But waiting for them to come back from commercial break. 49ers offense getting the football back, needing to do something with it. I mean, they haven't been awful offensively, but it just has not been enough. Just 7 points, 5.1 yards of play isn't brutal. 168 yards of offense so far isn't awful. But just need to get going on offense. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. And the 49ers will get the football back following the kickoff. Alright, now they're back. About 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. All right, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Vikings now up 19-7, and this kicks a touchback as McLeod takes a knee in the end zone. And Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense will come back onto the field at their own 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, Purdy in shotgun. He looks to throw. Purdy has time, going to throw to McCaffrey out of the backfield. McCaffrey is going to pick up a first down, gain 12 on the first down completion on the catch and run. Haven't used McCaffrey as a receiver a ton today. It's one of a few catches. I believe that's his first catch today. 13 touches, 44 scrimmage yards, and a touchdown. I believe he had 12 for 31 or 33. It was 33 before. So I think that's his first catch today. And we all know how valuable he could be out of the backfield. Purdy takes a shot downfield. That's caught by George Kittle inside Viking territory down to the 35. There is a flag down on the field though. Let's see what this is. Prior to the pass, illegal contacts that will be declined. And the play will stand for the 49ers. A big play there to George Kittle. Kittle 3 catches, 44 yards on 4 targets. Also has 1 rush for 2 yards. Here they swing this out to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with blockers in front. McCaffrey still on his feet. McCaffrey's going to walk in for a touchdown. A little swing pass to get some blockers in front. And the former Juwan Jennings, and I believe that was Brandon Ayuk as well. Actually, with the plus sign. What do they have? 13? 3 plays, 75 yards, 105 off the clock. And a much-needed scoring drive there for the 49ers. Vikings stacked the line of scrimmage with about 6 or 7 guys lined up right there. McCaffrey breaks a tackle already on the outside. And then once he breaks that tackle, there's nobody else. They're all lined up along the line of scrimmage. He is gone. Got to be a lot of points. 19-14. As the 49ers cut into the lead, a big, much-needed touchdown drive there. And a 30-yard catch and run for Christian McCaffrey. His second touchdown of the day. And it is now a 5-point game with 5:54 to go in the third quarter. What a much-needed drive there for the 49ers. Alright, waiting for them to come back from commercial here. Vikings can get the football. Let's see how the Vikings respond to that quick touchdown drive. That took just a minute and went 3 plays for the 49ers. Vikings have led for the entire game. 49ers have not led yet today. Wonder how much longer that will continue, because I do think the 49ers will come back and win this game. But I just wonder how much longer the Vikings will continue to lead. 19-14 current score, 5:54 to go in the third quarter. And Jake Moody sends it away. And this is going to be fielded at the goal, or at the 1. And on the return, he's taken down at the 16. Sorry, the 14. What kick coverage there by the 49ers. Now we got 2 players injured on the play. Number 33 goes hopping off for the Vikings. Hopefully he's okay. And there's another 49er down the field, but I can't tell who that is. Hopefully both players are okay. As the Vikings set to begin another drive. Not great field position at just their own 14-yard line. Tremendous kick coverage there by the 49ers special teams. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to check something extremely quickly. Okay. But waiting for them to come back from commercial. After the kickoff, which we saw 200 players. Hopefully both those players are okay. So far, results in the poll, 64% of you guys have said the 49ers will win, 36% have said the Vikings. Make sure to vote if you guys have not already done so. Alright, there and back from commercial. Vikings begin this drive at their own 14-yard line. Not good field position following a bad kickoff return. And excellent kick coverage by the 49ers. Cousins under center. Akers back, lined up about 7 yards behind him. Here they hand off to Powell on the jet sweep, and Fred Warner takes him down following a gain of 5. But here is a 2nd and 5, following a 5-yard pickup on the jet sweep. The Vikings have scored on each of their last 4 drives. Cousins off play action here. He is going to throw this one out to Akers out of the backfield, and he is taken down right at the line of scrimmage by Burks. Nice tackle in space. And that brings up a 3rd and 5. Kirk Cousins tonight on 3rd down, 5 of 7, 5 first downs, 2 touchdowns, and 137 yards. Here's a 3rd and 5 from the 21. Cousins looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Throws down the field, that is caught for a first down by Powell up to the 35-yard line. 6 completions on third down for Cousins, all of them first downs. That was nearly deflected by Dre Greenlaw, just high enough so he's not able to tip that. Brandon Powell tonight, 2 catches, 43 yards on 3 targets. Here is a first down. Handoff to Cam Akers. Akers dodges Nick Bosa in the backfield, but is going to meet the linebacking duo of Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner after gaining only a yard. Kirk Cousins tonight on throws 10 plus yards down the field, 8 of 8 for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Been very good when throwing the ball. At least 10 yards. So 2nd and 8. Cousins looks to throw. Cousins over the middle. That's caught by Hawkinson. And he's got another first down gain of 10. Up to the 47. And another fresh set of downs for the Vikings. TJ Hawkinson, 8 catches, 80 yards so far today. Cousins throws a little swing pass out to Chandler. And Chandler on the catch and run is still going, gains 11 before he's forced to bounce by Fonga. And now we got TJ Hawkinson down, grabbing his right foot / ankle area. Hopefully he's okay. I got rolled up a little bit by Dre Greenlaw as he was blocking. Hopefully Hawkinson is okay. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break yet again. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial break after TJ Hawkinson's injury. Hopefully Hawkinson is okay. He's played a big role for the Vikings so far today. 8 catches, 80 yards on 9 targets. So hopefully he is okay. Alright, so Hawkinson able to walk off the field with some help. Hopefully he's okay. There is no flag. It was a false start on the new tight end. But here is a 1st and 15 following the penalty. Cousins is going to take a shot down the sideline, overthrows Addison, incomplete. Although a diving attempt made by Addison. Coverage by Lenore. Addison, a little shaken up, grabbing. I believe. Oh, he tripped right there. I see what was happening. He tripped as he was trying to catch the football, and Addison grabbing his foot. So hopefully Addison's okay. He's had a real good day. Career highs in both yards and touchdowns. At 6 catches for a career high 110 yards, and also a career high 2 scores. TJ Hawkinson now re-enters the game, so he's okay. That's good to see. So Addison is still on the field. Hopefully he's okay. Vikings rookies do pretty well on Monday Night Football. Viking rookie receivers with at least 100 receiving yards on Monday Night Football. Jordan Addison tonight, Justin Jefferson in 2020, and Randy Moss back, I don't remember when that said. Jefferson obviously inactive tonight with a hamstring injury. Addison walks slowly off the field. Hopefully he's okay. And that is another serious injury. That is not another serious injury for the Vikings. I mean, just for anyone. You never want to see any injuries. That would be another blow to the Vikings receiving corps already without Jefferson. For I believe the next 2 games as well, as he's on IR. Well, here is a 2nd and 15. Cousins under center. No, sorry, Cousins in shotgun. Thought he was under center. Cousins off play action, looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Cousins throws that is caught by Hawkinson. He's going to gain 4. Before he's taken down by Bosa. Addison goes straight to the locker room. Hopefully he's okay. He's had a career day. 6 catches, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So here is a 3rd and 12. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time, throws, complete, and taken down after about a gain of 7. Not sure who that is with the catch. That is number 9. First time I've seen him today. That is Christian Jackson, 2nd-year receiver from Syracuse. Probably the injury replacement for Jordan Addison. But here is Greg Joseph, 58% career kicker on field goals more than 50 yards. This is 54 from the left hash. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick from Joseph is on its way, and Joseph's kick is good. So they extend their lead, make it an 8-point game, meaning a touchdown and 2-point conversion. It is now 22-14 as the Vikings extend their lead. They have now scored on each of their last 5 drives. Alright, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter here. But 20 seconds to go in the third. The Vikings send it away to Ray McLeod, standing in his end zone. He is going to run this out from about 2 yards deep. McLeod on the return. McLeod bounces this towards the sideline. McLeod calls to 30, and he's out of bounds at the 32. And that's where Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense will take over with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. So, ball on their own 32. Brock Purdy tonight, 15 of 18, 205 yards and a touchdown. 49ers coming off a really good touchdown drive, but it's been a long time since we've seen their offense on the field because that was a long Vikings drive. Purdy rolls out to his right, throws to Juwan Jennings. Jennings makes one man miss. Jennings is out of bounds following a gain of 8 with 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. And that is going to bring us to quarter number 4. So, Jordan Addison's injury not seemed to be serious. He's dealing with cramping, so cramping usually just a short-term thing. Hopefully, Addison can get back into this game soon. Alright, so we head to the fourth quarter. The Vikings lead this one by a score of 22-14. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial as we enter the fourth quarter. Vikings up by 8, 49ers with the football. And I believe it's a 2nd and 2 upcoming. Hold on. Excuse me. 1 second. Alright. Vikings 11-0 record last year in one-score games. This year, it has not been that same one-score luck. This year, 4 losses in one-score games. That is the most in the NFL. A lot of people expected the Vikings to take a step back after having that insane one-score walk a season ago. Just did not think that could continue. The Vikings a little bit worse than that. All 4 games have been lost by 1 score, though. Purdy looks to throw, rolls out to his right. Purdy on the run, throws downfield. That is caught by Kittle at the 41. And another big play for George Kittle. Getting inside Viking territory. Not bad coverage either, just a nice throw and catch from George Kittle. From Brock Purdy to George Kittle. Kittle up to 4 catches for 62 yards. Use check in motion. Purdy hands off to McCaffrey up the middle, and McCaffrey is going to run for roughly 3 or 4 on the play. George Kittle looks to be a bit shaken up over on the sideline, but he appears to be okay. Here is a 2nd and 6. McCaffrey tonight, 13 carries, 36 yards, 2 catches, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Purdy looks to throw. He's going to take a shot down the sideline. That is incomplete. Threw it out of bounds. Jennings, the receiver in the area. I don't think that was a throwaway. I think he was actually just trying to throw, and that was just an awful throw. Tight end comparison tonight. Both of them pretty good games. J.J. Hawkinson, really good game. 9 catches, 83 yards. And George Kittle, 4 catches, 63 yards. Both tight ends actually from the University of Iowa. I said Kittle looks shaken up a second ago. He's back on the field here for this 3rd and 6. Purdy looks to throw. Vikings rush 4. Purdy escapes the pocket, rolls out to his left, throws back across the field. That is caught by Ayuk, but that may have been on the ground when he caught that. They're going to rule it a catch. That was awfully close. No, that hit the ground. He got fingertips on it before it hit the ground, but then used the ground to definitely secure the catch. So 4th and 6 here for the 49ers. That is ruled incomplete, which is the correct call. And here is Jake Moody for a 55-yard field goal. He missed one earlier and has missed 3 of his last 4 field goal attempts. This one from the right hash. And right as the play clock expires, he got the snap off. Moody's kick is on its way, and it is good. So 22-17, as the teams traded field goals on their most recent possessions. And a nice kick there from Jake Moody. Getting his confidence up a bit after missing 3 of his last 4, including 1 earlier in the game. He gets 1 there. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here following the field goal by Jake Moody and the 49ers. Actually, they just kicked off, sorry. I was just refreshing to make sure I was live. And here is the return to the 28. And the 49er defense comes onto the field. They come onto the field really quick after kickoffs. So the Vikings take over here at their own 27. Next week on Monday Night Football, we've got the Raiders against the Lions. First Monday Night Football game for the Lions since 2018. And I will be streaming that game as usual. So first and 10 here. Cousins off play action, looks to throw, going to dump this off to Madison, and he is taken down for loss of a yard by Greenlaw. Nice job sniffing out that screen and hitting Madison in the backfield for loss of a yard. And now Greenlaw is injured. It's going to go down. Oh, he slipped right before he went to go make that tackle. What if he hurt something there as he slipped? He got up after he slipped to make the tackle, then got up, walked around a little bit after he made the tackle, before he went back down. But hopefully, Greenlaw is okay. Such a good linebacker. For the 49ers. But second and 11 for the Vikings, 12:51 to go. And they go to commercial while they check on Dre Greenlaw. Hopefully he's okay. So we wait for them to come back from commercial break. Hopefully Dre Greenlaw is okay. It's a big part of the 49ers defense. And he and Fred Warner make what I think is probably the best linebacker duo in the NFL. But waiting for them to come back from commercial, Vikings with a second and 11. Do not forget Nick Bosa. Yeah, they definitely can't forget about him. And he's been pretty quiet so far. The Vikings have done a really good job protecting Kirk Cousins. Hasn't been sacked. Bosa's been pretty quiet, and they've done a good job. But, I mean, this is a part of the game where Nick Bosa can just come in and completely just wreck the game. But here is a second and 11 for the Vikings. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time. Plenty of time. Underneath, he's going to find KJ Osborne, who's taken down after a gain of 4 by Warner. So here is a third and about 7 for the Vikings. On third down, Kirk Cousins 7 of 9, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 first downs. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time, throws to the outside. That is a sliding catch made by Powell, and that's going to move the chains as he was able to get his hands under it coming back for the ball. Let's see here. Comes back, diving for the ball. Yeah, that's a catch by Brandon Powell. Nice catch there at the 40. And that is his third catch. He's got 52 receiving yards today. Cousins looks to throw. He's got time. And underneath he's going to find Powell once again. Powell crosses midfield and taken down after a gain of 13 by Warner. Another catch for Brandon Powell. He's been a guy to step up today with no Justin Jefferson. And after Jordan Addison left with cramping. How's Brock Purdy? He's been good so far today. Very few incompletions. I believe he's only got 4 incompletions. Hasn't turned the ball over. He's been good. The offense just for the 49ers has just sputtered in a couple different spots. Whether that's penalties to back him up or something like that. Here Madison runs for a gain of 4. Dre Greenlaw back out there after his injury a couple plays ago, by the way, so that's good to see. Fred Warner appears to have injured his hand on that play, but he's fine. But I think Purdy's, I said 4 incompletions, a little over 200 yards, maybe 250. Hawkins hit hard as he catches that, but he's able to hold on for a gain of 2 or 3. And Purdy with a touchdown as well. The Vikings' third down conversions through 6 weeks were not very good. 27th in the NFL at just 34%. Tonight they're 7 of 10, which is 70%. And Kirk Cousins is a big reason why. 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. And 8 of 10 passing on third down. So 3rd and 4. Cousins going to take a shot down the sideline to Osborne. And that is incomplete. He had it but could not hold on through the contact with the ground. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 4. It's a nice throw from Cousins. And Osborne is open. He just can't hold on as he makes contact with the ground. You hope the 49ers make the playoffs this year? Yeah, I would be shocked if they don't. The Vikings punt this one away. And this punt is going to bounce at the 4 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense will take over at their own 20 with 9:14 to go in the 4th quarter. But I think the 49ers will easily make the playoffs. I mean, they're clearly the best team in their division. They may be the best team in the NFL. I think there's like no chance they don't make the playoffs. They may win the Super Bowl, so I mean, there's like, unless their entire team gets hurt, and I mean their entire team, I don't see them not making the playoffs. The Vikings go for on 53% of 4th downs in opposing territory. That was a 4th and 4 that they did not go for and opted to punt away. So Purdy and the Niners offense take over at their own 20. Purdy looks to throw. He's got time to the outside. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to gain 5 as he's forced out of bounds after the first down completion. So 9 minutes to go in the game. McCaffrey, 36 rushing yards, 52 receiving yards, 2 total touchdowns. So here is a 2nd and and really 2nd and 6. But Purdy looks to throw. He's got time. Purdy throws downfield. That's caught by Kittle. Across the 40-yard line. He's taken down to the 41. And a nice throw and catch from Purdy to Kittle. George Kittle has been having a pretty good game so far. I believe he's nearing 100 yards. I believe that was his 5th catch, and he's just around the 100-yard mark. Both tight ends, both from Iowa, having great games. T.J. Hawkinson, 9 catches for 83 yards, and Kittle, I believe, 5 for roughly 100. Oh, here we go, 5 for 78, so I thought he had a bit more. Here is the handoff to McCaffrey, running left. McCaffrey into space. McCaffrey out of bounds after a gain of 9. Nice first down run there for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey came into the game questionable with an oblique injury. He has played all 44 snaps, so it doesn't seem to be that much of a problem. McCaffrey, 17 touches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey gets this one again. This time he is going to be sure, I believe, of the line to gain, which is the midfield stripe. And that's going to be a 3rd and 1 for the 49ers. They go quickly. 3rd and short. Purdy under center. He's going to go quarterback sneak. And, oh, wow, I don't think he got that. It's going to depend on the spot here. Looks like they're both going to come in just short. Looks like we're going to have a 4th down. Yeah, 4th down. Purdy just had nowhere to go on that quarterback sneak. 49ers keep the offense out there to go for it. I 100% agree with the decision from Kyle Shanahan. I'm definitely going for that. Play clock winding down to 3. Let's see if they snap this. They do. They go quarterback sneak again. And this time Brock Purdy picks it up. I like the decision to go for it. I was not expecting him to double up in the quarterback sneak, but Brock Purdy able to pick it up. Not the biggest guy, but plenty of space on the sneak there. Brock Purdy, 19 of 24 passing, 252 yards, and a passing touchdown. Also was 19 rushing yards. So the ball on the Vikings 49. Purdy looks to throw. He's got time. Purdy zips one over the middle. That is intercepted. Where was he throwing that? That was an awful throw. There was nobody in the area except that Viking defender. But that is a pick thrown by Brock Purdy, his 2nd of the season. 1 last week, 1 this week. Juwan Jennings was the nearest receiver, and that was not close to Juwan Jennings. Let's see, where's Purdy throwing this? Oh, I see what happens. Jennings sells the break out a lot more than Purdy anticipates. He's expecting him to just break right in. Instead, that does not happen. Bosa stops Akers in the backfield for loss of 4. But that's what happens there. 49ers offense has been so good at avoiding turnovers. Just 3 in the first 5 games. They've had 2 tonight, a fumble, and now a pick. Time trailing this season, 49ers in their first 6 games trailed for just 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Tonight, they have trailed for every single minute. They have not led this game. Well, they haven't trailed for every single minute, sorry. But once the Vikings, 44 minutes they've trailed for. but they have not led. Cousins takes a shot down the field for Addison, incomplete. He's back on the field after returning from cramps. There is a flag down the field. So let's check what that is. It is illegal contact on Charvarius Ward, who is in coverage with Jordan Addison right there. Oh yeah, that's illegal contact. Ward, I've noticed he's a little bit prone to the illegal contact penalties. But I mean, not the worst penalty there for the 49ers, because that's only a 5-yard penalty, whereas if that was completed, that would have been a lot more than 5 yards. 1st and 10, Addison in motion. Cousins off play action, rolls out right. Cousins throws back across the field. That's caught by Osborne, gains 9 up to the 40. Actually, that's 8. And here is a 2nd and 2. After an 8-yard pickup on throw to Osborne. It was a designed rollout right. Looks like they wanted to hit through Osborne. They had a bunch of guys going right. They had Hawkinson on like an angle route. A corner route, what you call it. Then they had Addison in the flat and Osborne on an over. The plan was to have him roll out, but he was met with pressure right there. And then had to just make a nice throw to Osborne over the middle. Here they hand off to Cam Akers. Akers is going to run for 3, maybe 4. They're going to give him 5. That's a bad spot, but anyway, it is a 1st down, so not like the spot really matters a ton. 3:40 to go in the game. Vikings tonight, 71 rushing yards, 4.2 yards per carry. Vikings lead this one by 5. 49ers with 2 timeouts left. Vikings with 3. Obviously, we've got the 2-minute warning as well. But here is a 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 43. Cousins off play action. Wanted to get it to his tight end. Instead, he's going to throw to his other tight end, TJ Hawkinson, for a gain of a yard. He wanted to get it to the one guy, but he was hit. Now, Fred Warner is hurt after that play. That is not what you want to see. Best linebacker in the NFL, a huge player for the 49er defense. And one of the best defensive players in the NFL. Hopefully Warner's okay. That would be a huge loss. But after that play, the 49ers spend their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with 1 remaining. Vikings still with all 3. And that also stops the clock with 3:03 to go in the game. Vikings up by 5. So hopefully Warner's okay. That would be a devastating injury. So hopefully Warner is okay. That is going to be a devastating blow. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. Alright, they're back from commercial. Here we get a look at the injury for Fred Warner. Didn't really seem unusual. Warner's standing on the sideline with his helmet in his hand. He's got 12 tackles and a pass breakup tonight. So from their own 45, Cousins in shotgun. Off play action, Cousins throws quickly, caught by Hawkinson. No, sorry, that's not Hawkinson, another guy in the 80s. Oh, Warner back on the field, so he's okay. That's good. But here is a 3rd and 3. 49ers do not spend a timeout after that play. If they can get a stop here, they shouldn't have to spend one either, because then that would bring them to the 2-minute warning. But this is a situation where you'd imagine Kevin O'Connell would at least consider going for it. Cousins looks to throw. He's pressured. Cousins is... How did he escape that? Addison with a first down. And now there's a flag on the field. I thought Cousins got dropped for a sack. Somehow he escapes that. And now we've got a defensive holding call anyway. But the completion to Addison will stand as the penalty is declined. For 26, that's Isaiah Oliver with the penalty. $16 more yards for Jordan Addison. That gives him 126 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day, on 7 catches. I thought Cousins went down for a sack. I didn't even know he was still standing. Here they toss this to Cam Akers running left. Akers is going to get taken down for loss of 4 by Fred Warner, and Kyle Shanahan's going to spend the 49ers' 3rd and final timeout. So Shanahan and the 49ers know out of timeouts. Vikings still with all 3 timeouts remaining. They're up by 5 here with about 2:13 to go in the game. So here is a 2nd and 14. The clock will stop on the 2-minute warning. Cousins hands off to Akers, who is going to get stood up after a gain of 4. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go. The 49ers in danger of losing their 2nd straight game. They trail by 5 with 2 minutes left. The 49ers need a stop here. They've got an upcoming 3rd and 10. A great opportunity to get off the field. But are the Vikings a 1st down away from putting this game away? So still waiting for them to come back from commercial at the 2-minute warning. Game that's coming down to the wire. 49ers must get a stop if they want to have a chance at winning this game. Give me 1 second to check something real quick. Alright, they're back from commercial break. 2 minutes to go. Vikings lead this one 22-17. They need to get a first down right here. Alright, 3rd and 10. Cousins on 3rd down has been insane. 9 of 12, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 8 first downs. So here is a 3rd and 8. They hand off to Akers, and Akers is stopped at the 32. The 49ers cannot stop the clock, so they'll be able to run this down to about a minute 10. No. Minute 15 before they punt this away. No. They may be able to kick a... Yeah, it looks like they're going to kick a field goal here. They're going to send on Greg Joseph to make an 8-point game. So yeah, there's going to be a minute 15 when they'll kick this field goal. It's technically a minute 16. So the 49ers will get the ball back with roughly 1:10 when you factor in this play being the field goal and also if there is a return on the kickoff. But a field goal will make it an 8-point game, meaning the 49ers will need a touchdown and 2-point conversion. But let's see. Greg Joseph is on here for a long field goal. This is a 50-yarder. A 4th and 6. Joseph to make it an 8-point game with 1:16 left. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick from Joseph is on its way, drifting, and it is no good. Greg Joseph misses it. Gives the 49ers a great starting field position at their own 40. And they've got 1:11 to work with, and a touchdown will win it. Whereas previously, if this kick was good, they would have needed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to just tie it. Joseph pushes it right. And this is still a good chance for the 49ers. From their own 40, empty backfield for Purdy. He's got no timeouts, though. Purdy throws over the middle. That is knocked away by Harrison Smith looking for George Kittle. He had Brandon Ayuk, I believe that was underneath. If you wanted a little bit of a safer option. Opted to try to get a bit more yards there. And it is knocked away by Smith. It was Ray McLeod underneath for what would have been a gain of 5 to 7. 1:07 to go. The incompletion stops the clock. Purdy looks to throw. Over the middle. They got to stop going over the middle. That's caught by McLeod for a gain of 9. 1 minute to go exactly. 49ers, no timeouts left. Here's a 3rd and 1. George Kittle doesn't know the play. Purdy looks to throw. Vikings blitz. That is caught by... Is that McLeod? Yeah, that's caught by McLeod. They gotta spike this. Yeah, there they go. They spike it with 34 seconds. Getting it to the... Vikings 40. This is very similar to last week's game where Brock Purdy got the 49ers in position to with a game-winning field goal that was ended up being missed by Jake Moody. Here Purdy and the 49ers need a touchdown. 40 seconds to go, empty backfield for Purdy. 2nd and 10 after the spike. Purdy steps up in the pocket, throws deep down the field, and intercepted! Second pick of the game thrown by Brock Purdy. And that is going to seal it for the Vikings. And now we got a little bit of a scuffle that breaks out. The 49ers have matched their turnover total in the first 6 games tonight with 3. 3 turnovers tonight. 3 in their first 6 games. And Purdy throws a game-sealing pick. His 2nd of the game. Let's see what he was trying to do with... let's see what he was trying to go here. He was trying to get it to McLeod, but just there was a defender that stepped in front of him. That was Cameron Bynum, who had the pick before. It would have been a high throw and a hard catch for McLeod to make anyway. Bynum tonight, 2 interceptions and a team-leading 9 tackles. But that is the final. The Vikings beat the 49ers by a score of 22-17 in a wild week in the NFL. A lot of upsets. But a lot of upsets this week in the NFL. This one, I think I had a record. What was my record now? Did I go? I went 5-8. That is brutal. But also, there was just a lot of tough games to predict this week, and a lot of upsets. The Vikings cap off an upset-filled Week 7 with another upset. We saw the Patriots upset the Bills. The Steelers upset the Rams. The Broncos beat the Packers. The Bears somehow destroy the Raiders. I don't know how that happened. But a wild Week 7 of the NFL season comes to a close as the Minnesota Vikings hand the 49ers their 2nd straight loss. But 3 turnovers for the 49ers really made a big difference. Vikings were also great on third down. And also Jordan Addison with a great game. Kirk Cousins has his 50th career 300-yard game. He finishes 35 of 45 for 375. I don't know what was the exact how many touchdowns and picks. I believe it's 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, maybe 3. I'm not really sure. No, I think it was 2 touchdowns and a pick. Yeah. 35 of 45, 378, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Purdy finishes 21 of 30, 272, a touchdown, 2 picks. And Jordan Addison, obviously, with an insane game, 7 catches, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But that is going to do it for tonight's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other upcoming videos. I do my best to post as often as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other upcoming streams or videos. Excuse me, I do my best to post as often as possible. Hope you all have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you guys in the next one.